Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. We are back, and we are still in the sky. In the last episode, I believe, oh no, it's not up here. It's, if we stand on this thing, it is in this direction. We set up this stuff, so we've got a nice field here with some natural mobs, so if we need things and stuff, we can get them. We might have to set up something interesting to properly farm them, I guess, but we'll see. And then over here, we have this guy set up. So we have a box, and we have things dying in the box. Now, currently, it is just a mob masher. And by that, I mean there's no upgrades in it, it's just mob masher. As a result, we have a few things. We have 32 buckets of experience, plus, however many are in here, 63 levels worth. That's pretty cool. And in this chest, we have some loot. So we've got some apotheosis sigils. We have a bunch of different tools and armor and whatnot that we're finding. And as we find more armor, we should be able to get stronger as well. So a few things I'll do is Enderman hurt. I'll lower that a bit. I just want these to not be that loud, you know? Oh god. Alright, I quieted a bit. Oh, and look! We have one of the bosses that spawn. And so then when he dies, he should drop some pretty nice loot. I might be able to swing and hit him, maybe. Yeah, there we go. If we're lucky, we hit him a bit. And he might drop something. Here we go. We got his boots. And so when we're attacked, we get speed. It also gives natural speed, max mana. There's pretty cool stuff. So, what do we actually need to do? Oh, well, it's becoming nighttime for starters. Do we have anything of value? Not really. What I was kind of going to say is, do we have, like a sleeping roll? Because I think you can do this, right? A sleeping bag, a sleeping roll? Sleeping... Oh... do we not have comforts? Comforts. We don't. Now, I'm still on 1.4. There might have been an update, but I don't have it. Or at least I haven't attempted it, because I didn't want to wait for it to update, because it's been a while since I've recorded, so I was just like, I'll just play. We'll just play. We'll make stuff happen. So what do we have? Do we have logs? We do have some. Pow. I know I don't need to do this, but sometimes we're out and about, so I wouldn't mind an extra bed here. I'll be honest, surprised we can sleep. I kind of forgot to do with the hostile mobs very close to us, but it worked. Alright, so, nope, that's not the right button. I've completely forgotten all of my keys, but the keys for apotheosis, world tier control T, does that still work? Yep. So if we want to get to, so we're currently on frontier. If we want to get to ascent, we need to equip all this stuff and actually slay the invader. So when they spawn and go and have the boss name, we actually need to kill it. So we probably need to toggle this off and manually swing at the guy. So in the meantime, let's see if we can grab one of each of these green items. Oh, is blue better than green? We'll bring it with, why not? And we'll grab this gold one, and then, oh, we've got a pretty cool one here. Okay, lots of loot. And then what do I need? A helmet. We'll grab this helmet, but I don't know if we'll need something better than that. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Let's put on one of each of these. Ta-da! Okay, cool. Yep, we lost some hearts, but that's alright. Some of these are probably just better than what we've got, to be honest, but we'll get there. I know I'm yapping quite a bit, but it's for a good cause. So, did we do... What did we do there? Equip an uncommon weapon. Cool. So, I'll put these away for now. This would be an uncommon weapon. There we go. So I'm guessing now if I have a look. Yep, all we need to do is slay an invader. So once one spawns, we'll just turn that guy off and start swinging, I guess. Cool. We can do that. I'm sure we can. Now, what else needs to be done? I wouldn't mind the ability to... well, first of all, I want this to sort of be customizable. And I want to be able to use this area. So I kind of want to put lights in it and have them all be toggleable, as well as these all toggleable wirelessly. So an invader will spawn at some point. I won't fuss too much about it. And let's just see if we can get something done. So first of all, we need some sort of wireless redstone. Now, if we search wireless, we might get some options that show up. We've got heat transmitters for iron furnace. They're all right. We've got, obviously, flux networks. Wireless routers for XNet. We've got energy crystals from Draconic Evolution. not really anything we want. You could probably make some of this work, but it's not what we want. So instead, I think the easiest might be either a transmitter. So what do we have? We have a redstone transmitter from RF Tools. They're pretty good. From memory, they're quite easy to make. Or we can use relays. Nope. They used to be called relays. They're now called link. Redstone links. Which are also not too bad to make either. I think we'll do redstone links. I think that's probably fun to do. I haven't messed with these in a while. Like the recipe's all different. Let's give it a shot. So for what we need, we do need casings. We also need lightning rods. Now I'm going to want how many? More than that. Definitely more than that. So let's go ahead, jump down in our sieve. And what do we have? Do we have copper laying around here somewhere? One of these. Oh, you know what? We might not have much. Yeah, I think this is the copper we've got. Because we used it all on the tanks that we made. I'm pretty sure that's the thing that happened. So, yeah, alright. Okay, cool. Unless? Not really. Alright, well anyhow, we'll chuck that in there. We'll take this stuff out. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. And we'll sieve some stuff. Now, on the topic of sieving, we do have other options. So, in terms of crushing, right? We can crush, like 2 times cobble. 2 times cobble can be crushing wheeled. Or it can be mechanism crushed. And I think we'll just do that. I think that's definitely currently the easiest. So I'm just going to pick up all of that, which is a ridiculous amount of cobble. At least I think it is. And I did set up a crushing factory. Cool. So what I should be... I mean, I could just chuck all of this in here. And then... Yeah. Cool. So then that didn't work, but that's okay. What we need to do is chuck it in here first. And then we need to have this guy not pull... I guess it's fine. It's working. But ideally, we would have this guy not pull directly from the crushing factory so he doesn't accidentally grab the better gravel. But as you can see, problem sort of solved itself. Cool. Let's chuck this stuff in here. Very nice. And we're getting stuff. Yay! So we should get more copper. We should get plenty of copper. This guy is, yeah, as fast as he can get. I mean, I can get multiple modular routers. Let's give that a shot. I know we don't normally need to, but I mean, it might be fun. So if we search modular, and we search at modular here. Can I do at modular there as well? Yeah, okay. We want an activator module, which needs some dispensers, which needs some bows. Okay, I'm sure we can at least get a few of those. There we go. So we do that. We get dispensers, perfect, 4 of those, and 2 activator modules. Awesome. I would like speed upgrades as well. So we'll see how many it lets us get away with making. Cool. Now, I don't actually want this guy to right-click anything except for the sieves. And what I mean by that is I don't want him placing anything. So, I didn't actually bring modular routers themselves. There we go. 2 of those. Cool. So what I should be able to do is chuck this guy here and here. Right-click the activator. Have him down. I want him to right-click down. And it should just do it. So if I chuck this in here and then chuck in speed upgrades, as you can see, one side is finishing before the other. Because this guy does a 5x5, so he can't reach that line. And so as you can see, he's already doing pretty good. So if I now chuck this in and speed upgrade him, it should be noticeably faster than it was. Oh, Jill! Jill! Wait, how do I get to Jill? Oh, don't die, Jill! Hold on. Hold on. Haha! Okay. I probably need to make a better sword. I got a suggestion from one of you guys about better tools and stuff, so I might have to do that because, as you might be able to tell, I'm not really having much luck with Jill here. Ooh, I guess I could break this. And that gives me access to Jill here. And, boom! Ta-da! Okay, we can turn this back on. Good job. Hop to it. And we should be able to do Control-T and now activate Ascent. So remember, guys, this will make things harder, but better loot. Meaning, as long as we're just auto-killing them, I don't think it's a problem. It just means better loot. But I guess more loot might be a problem too, as you can sort of tell. Okay. Alright, let's continue. So, wait. Before I continue, anything cool here? Destructive golden pickaxe, mining speed 12. I mean, I could get some wither skulls off him. I don't know if I need to, but... Nah, I don't need to. It's fine. Okay, cool. So. What was the whole point of everything that we just did? The point was to get copper, which we should have in here. Yeah, decent amount of copper. I don't actually need that much, so I don't mind just wasting this. And by wasting, I mean not duplicating it. It should be fine. Cool. Okay, so we're going to make some wireless redstone. We're going to hook it up to the fans so that we can toggle fans on and off. And then we're going to also hook up some lights so that we can toggle off the mob spawning at all. So that we can actually walk in there, place some things, do some adjustments, and not worry about everything breaking itself. So we'll clear that. We will make, I don't know, just some more. There we go. And then we want some of these. So I can make, cool. That's a nice amount. I probably want some more. There we go. And then we just need andesite casings. So this will require some tree situations. Now, on the topic of tree situations, we probably do want to farm them soon, just because we're currently not. You know what I mean? There we go. These aren't too bad. As in like just some automated wood or something. So even maybe like a botany pot with a tree in it. I'm pretty sure that's a thing, right? So we might have to do that. Let's strip all those logs, go in here, andesite. Not much, but no excuse for not much because we got all this. And then we should have plenty of whatever else it goes with, which I think is iron nuggets. So we can do that. Clear this, click that, pow. And then bloop, bloop, blap. And then boom. Cool. And then we can do this. Alright. Perfecto. Okay, so redstone links. Cool. Now you do get 2 a pop, which is pretty cool. So we'll grab, I don't know, 16. That's pretty good. Alright, so we can place those on the fans. That should be fine. Then for the lighting, we probably just want like redstone lamps, I guess. I mean, they work. I mean, there are some other lamps you can get. I don't know if we care. Lights up area on client side only. It's still dark. You just can't see it. How cool! What the? That's awesome. Prevents natural spawning of passive mobs like squids, blah, 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 around the lamp. I think we'll just keep it simple with the redstone lamp. So this will need some glowstone. 5 glowstone. We want all the glowstone. Alright, power, cool, and lamp. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know how much of this we'll need. So I'll get this many. I'm hoping I can just stack things on top and it should be fine. We are going to use golden carrots for a very important step here. And can we sleep? 6:30 I think we can sleep. So it's currently, if you look in the top right, 6:29 and... No, I lied. It must be, oh no! Wow! Haha! 6:33 looks like that's the moment. Alright, cool. So, first things first. How do we want to do this? I will need a lever. Oh, this is going to be... Okay. Alright, bear with me. Okay, so, we'll break this guy off. Cool. We're going to place a link here, and we need to give it a combo. So this guy currently is a transmitter. If you shift right click, he gets this dish, and that makes him a receiver, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to make him 2 golden carrots. That's his combo. So every other redstone link that's 2 golden carrots will be on the same network. So we want to do that. Have him receive. I'm pretty sure that's receive. Worst case that I'm wrong, well, we'll go over here and shift right click all of them back. There we go. And then, I don't know how I did that guy, but I'll have to sneak around and do that. Try not to fall off the edge. Nope. Okay, I got this. I got this. And of course it starts to rain. Alright, I think I can shift right click levers. Yeah. The wrench from Create, you can pick up levers and stuff. Which is pretty cool. So pow, pow, and shift right click. Cool. So then what we can do is we can have one here that is also on the carrot network, but not a receiver. And then I should be able to press this. And check out that. They all turn on. And they all go, and they all get chippity chopped. Cool. Alright, what's next? I'm thinking we do... Ooh. I'm thinking we do a travel anchor. I think we do 2 of them. So we'll head back down over here. We'll place one that's like just right over here. So that goes there, and we're going to have this guy be mob farm. Cool. So that's mob farm. And then I do want to head up top somehow and just place one up there temporarily. So we'll see how we go. And we probably want a stronger invader. So if one is blue or something, I'll turn this off and manually kill that. Just for context there. For the next tier, I think. Let's double check. Slay the Wither. Oh, okay. No, so we just got to equip some rare stuff and then Slay the Wither for that. Cool. Alright, but I'm going to go up here. And I think I'm going to break the door and chuck this in. As in, I'm going to break this. Hope that no one cares. And then do this. It might not be censored, but that's okay. And this is going to be mob roof. Cool, so we can go mob farm and we can go mob roof and work around over here. Now, I can... Well, yeah, what I can do instead is I can do exchanging gadget for this guy. Hold G, set him to be 1, and now we can just switch which block we want. Or, and you may have noticed, what we can also do is do like grid and then increase the range. And how cool is that? So you can actually kind of just place everything perfectly. The problem is you have to already be lined up perfectly. Is this perfect? Just from eyeballing it, I'm going to pretend that it is. And I'm going to attempt... How do I... Do I have a backpack on? I have nothing. I want to place it there, but I don't want to... There we go. If you're not close enough to open the block and you right click, it won't open the block instead. You know what I mean? It'll instead place all the stuff. So what I'm thinking is that now we place these on. Now, I don't know what codes put. I'm thinking we do lamps and all these will be receivers. So I don't know if we can, like, I don't really know if there's a boom, boom, boom way to do it. I'm guessing there is. Let's see. As in maybe there's a way to quickly copy the stuff. Transmitters within 256 blocks. That's good to know. Okay. Placing items in 2 slots to specify a frequency. Yep, this is the part. Uh-huh. 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 Yep. Is there a way to easily do that across multiple? It didn't say. It didn't say. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so the lamps are set up. So we'll head down here. We'll pick up our utility pipes that we used to get around, I guess. And so we can set this guy up next to it. And so this can be lamp. And then we'll set up another lever. And so if I flick this on, do we get any mob spawns? So far, I think not. How cool is that? If I press F7, ooh, you can still see that even with these lights, at nighttime, mobs will still spawn in there. That is good to know. You might also be able to tell that mobs will spawn over there at nighttime too, and possibly on the roof. So what we'll do is we'll quickly see if we can solve that. Just with some torches, nothing too crazy. Let's go mob roof. And just, if I were to place this like here, that kind of solves... It doesn't really solve it, I guess. Okay, let's hop down. Because we don't want a creeper back here or something like that. Because I haven't claimed my base intentionally, so that we can still suffer from mob explosions. I might, look, depending on what we get up to, I might change that, but I don't even know if I have a backup mod installed or something, but I think this is fine. So as long as it's not nighttime, we shouldn't have mobs spawning. Meaning I can work in here quite easily. We can turn this guy off. I probably should just hook this guy up with redstone link as well. So let's do that. This guy will be, I guess, my special sword twice. So that goes off. Place that there. Sword, sword, sword. Make him a receiver. And turn him on. Cool. So now we can control everything here. We don't have to run across to each different lamp to do it all. That guy. There we go. That solves that problem. I might put one up here just for the sake of symmetry there. But I'm quite happy with that so far. I like that. So currently I do want mobs. So we can flick this. As you can see, light is sneaky in here. It's getting in through our feral flare lantern. Probably that guy there. I'm not too happy about that. I don't really know what the solution is. So if we do at torch master, that's this one. Places invisible lights. Do I move the feral flare lantern? I'll tell you what, next night, once I sleep and make it day, we might change that up. In the meantime, let's do some things. So, what do I need to do? I kind of want to do like this sharpness upgrades and stuff. Hold on. I need to solve storage. Oh, we are getting diamond stuff though. Holy schmoly. Holy schmoly. Indeed. Hold on. Let's go ahead and switch our armor out for these. So now we are naturally faster. Cool. Sure, yeah, okay. And then I guess as we get stuff, we'll swap it out. Like this helmet, for example. I will swap out. And now we are stronger and I can breathe for longer, I guess. Oh, there's so much. There's genuinely so much you can do. It's quite insane. But I do need to store all this somehow. Okay, one thing I want to check. These are 3 different shovels. Now, in my system currently, we have 12,107 items stored. If I chuck in three shovels, this should go to 12,110. Let's just confirm. Yep, perfect, as expected. Let's now take these out. So they are technically 3 different items, but we'll see how greedy this system is. So if I put 3 different shovels in, will it go to 319 or 321? Survey says 321. Okay. So we're probably not going to store it here. Now, what I used to do, and what I still probably do, is there's an armory cabinet. This guy. The problem is, once it's in here, it's kind of just in here. I've never used anything once it's gone in this thing. But I guess that's kind of the point. I don't know, but I'm going to do it, as you can tell. It's too late. I'm going to do it. Do we have another tree? This thing's a tree, right? Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Come on, tree. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. I'll leave that one there. That's a little spare tree for later. I guess. Oh, another tree. Cool. Okay. So, I want to make chests. Right? We don't have chests? We do have chests. I want to make drawers. Cool. So, 1, 2, 3. Then I can make an armory cabinet. Did I not make one of these? Am I crazy? Oh, I don't... Ha! Stone. Pow. Cool. Can we pow, like all that? Yeah, very nice. And then comparator, awesome. And then boom, armory cabinet. Okay, cool. And then let's get I could do a pipe, or we could just do like an pusher. What's it called? At sophisticated. So we have chests, so we do want the chest upgrades, which we're probably on page 2, but I'll go on the back way around. And what we want is like a exporter upgrade, which is one of these. Hopper upgrade, pushes to block below. Survival infinity upgrade makes all items in storage infinite. Oh, survival infinity, huh? Okay, sure. Okay, huh? Okay. Okay, let me read through these properly. Well, one of these does what I want it to. I just need to find it. You know what? I don't know. In that case, we'll just use pipes for now. The reason I wasn't really wanting to use pipes is I know that they can get laggy when you're sort of using large storages, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to put it doesn't actually have to be that crazy of an upgrade, realistically. Let's jump down here to mob farm. We have a bed. Get rid of this rain and whatnot. Alright. And so this guy is pretty big storage, but obviously it is a problem. Oh, like, look at this stuff. Some of these pants are going to be better than the pants I've got already. Oh my god. Okay. This pickaxe, by the way, breaks in a 5x3 area. And it can place torches using some of its durability. This stuff is insane. Step height? Ooh. Hold on. My current boots do not do step height. They reduce fall damage, but if I chuck these boots on, I can just walk up stuff. Now, dangerous on skyblock, yes, but that's not my problem. Alright, so what we're going to do is... I'm just going to place it here. It's going to look a little janky, but it'll be easy to access later. And so if it can go in here, it will. And so we have 93 out of 4,000 items in there. And as you can see, that has emptied this pretty much entirely. So if we sort this, this is now what our actual storage looks like. We don't have any stack upgrades or anything, but a lot different. A lot different. And as you can see, as stuff spawns in that belongs in that other area, it goes in there. Cool. Are we fine with that? I mean, I'm fine with that for now. Is there anything else? I'll toggle F7 off just so we don't have to look at our lighting mistakes. Is there anything else we want to do? We can take that. I'm not certain. I'm not 100% sure. I guess I've got some shovels. And so I think you can just right-click these in. Nope, you can't. I lied. That's okay. Now, okay. So we have this armory cabinet. It does have stuff in it. Allegedly, you can see this stuff later. I wouldn't mind being able to see it now. Even if it's, like, sort of scuffed, I guess. I don't believe QIO... Oh, sorry, Mechanism has, like, a QIO storage adapter. Like, this thing's not that. This is something else. Used to monitor your QIO system's contents. But yeah. So I think we need a different storage system is what I was attempting to say. And I think I know what we want. I just don't know if it'll work for this. So RF Tools has something called a storage scanner, which we may or may not have. Scanner? Inventory scanner, scanner trapdoor. Maybe we don't. Do we not have... At RF. I mean, it looks like this stuff. Machine frame. Crafters. Screen controller. That's not what we're after. Spawner tank. Dialing destination. Matter booster. Sure. No, we don't have it. Or at least, again, it doesn't... it might look different. Because we've got factory manager. Okay. What else do we have then? What can I think of? Storage. If I just search interface, we might have a few different things. Player interface, item interface. Interface, crafting interface, integrated crafting. Aerial pressure. I just want to be able to see everything that's in there without having to make like an applied energistics system. But I might have to. Let me have a look. Alright, I think I'm going to try integrated dynamics. I haven't tried it before for what we're doing here, which is the terminals. I don't even know if we have all the stuff to make the terminals, but we're going to try. We're going to give it a go. Now, indeed. Did we set this up somewhere else or did I end up picking it up? Is the question of the day. The survey is saying that I don't have it, so I must have picked it up or something. So let's just double check if that's the case. So do we have a drying basin? We don't. Which means I've probably got it somewhere else. Am I crazy? Crazy? I was crazy once. I was crazy once. Am I crazy? What? Huh? If you were the thing that I need, where would you be? Where would you be? I didn't put you in there. Am I crazy? I can't be that crazy. I swear we did the thing. Because if we didn't do the thing, then we'd have to have it over with electricity, which is where I'm at. And I mean, I don't see it. Alright, whatever. Let's just make a new one. Let's pretend that I used it somewhere. So let's search drying basin. And I think we just need normal one. We do need some wood for it. So we will quickly just come over here and do a little bit of a crouch. Come on. Pow. Very nice. And we'll give that a go. So we'll go in here. Drying basin. I don't think we needed anything else. I think that was just good enough to have there. And then we just need some minerals. So if we search mineral, we don't have any logs or anything. But we can solve that with a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of, gotta go up. That's okay. Sure we can make that happen. Break that, and then everything should fall. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Cool. La 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 la. And then this guy should get this. Haha! Perfecto. Awesome, and then all the mineral chunks can go there. And then occasionally we'll get a block out of this guy. Which in and of itself is more. Awesome. So that'll process, that'll be great. So, I have logic cables. I won't need many. I'll probably only need one, to be honest. And then what do we need? So we're going to need item interfaces. So I'm going to grab this. Once again, I think we only need one, so that should be fine. And then we need this terminal. So it needs a few things. It's going to need a display panel, some mineral glass, an input variable, and an output variable transformer. So mineral glass is glass and mineral resin. So if we actually grab glass, we can probably just chuck this in here at some point. There we go. So glass is in there. I guess it's doing its thing. We should get what we want soon, hopefully. I've never made this before, but I believe we're doing it right. Mineral glass. Cool. Okay, so mineral glass. Check. All right. Output variable transformer. This guy needs variable cards, which is paper and some of that stuff. He also needs piston, which is piston. And then we have output variable transformers. Cool. Now for input, we need a sticky piston, which we should have slime balls for days. So that's not a problem either. There we go. And then a display panel needs static light panels, which are made out of those output variable cards, some berries, and some redstone. So it looked like we needed 2 of those. That's static light panels. And then that's a display panel. Awesome. Everything's happy so far. And then that should be, oh, with the addition of some glowstone, I guess. Can we turn glowstone into glowstone? We cannot. Is that going to give me 4? No, it's going to give me 2. All right, that's fine. Bop, 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 bop. And blop. Awesome. That should now be a storage terminal. Now, I don't actually know how this works, so you'll have to bear with me as we make this attempt. Okay, so over by the mob farm, let's give it a go. So I am thinking that we chuck a logic cable here, an item interface on the bottom. That makes sense to me. And then the storage interface there. And then maybe if I click the chest, oh, there we go. So now we can actually see everything that's in this massive storage. How cool is that? And so we can check stuff. We can actually take stuff out and put stuff in. This is awesome. This is actually a really nice interface. We can make it so it's a normal sized grid. A little smaller, make it the size of a chest. Make it medium. I kind of liked what it was. Cool. We can sync the JEI search, so for searching for shovels and stuff, we can do all that. We got a search bar at the top. This is great. Okay, so I want a new chest piece. What chest piece do I want? Healing received, luck. Gain resistance if we're attacked. It's not too bad. Less gravity. Probably want gravity. Projectile damage, durability when attacked, resistance. Yeah, okay. Look, I don't really know the use case for luck. But this has the most luck. It doesn't have anything negative about it that I can see, so we'll just take that out. And that will be our new chest piece. There we go. Cool. Alright. Well, there you have it. I mean, that's honestly pretty good. I'm quite happy with this little guy there. In terms of the spiders in the corners, I don't know. I think they sort themselves out. They eventually fall down and, yeah, sort themselves out. But that is pretty good. I'll tell you what, I might wrap it up here. I know it's a bit of a short episode, especially after it's been a little while, but I'm happy with what we've done. I'd be pushing to try to get something else done this episode, I think. I don't need to kill this guy, but I totally could. And so to do that, I would switch this. I would try to find this guy who has a decent amount of health. And we'll just kill him. I don't have looting or anything, so I'm not getting anything extra by killing him, except for the fact that we're killing him. I don't know if it matters at all, but might as well. Maybe there's a quest eventually that wants me to do it. And there we go. He's dead. Alright, let's turn that back on. Did we get anything cool? It should have gone in here if it existed. Something moved, so we might have gotten something pretty cool. He was purple. So I was seeing if maybe we got any purple tools. I don't really know what he would have had though. Maybe a pickaxe? No, we kind of looked at that before, I think. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you to our donators and our channel members. Thank you guys. Don't feel pressured to, but I appreciate it that you have. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Final Phoenix 13, and Space Trooper John. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. I don't know what the thumbnail is going to be. Probably automating it. Yeah. Goodbye.